Hey everybody, so this is move-in day to full-time living in the bus. Getting everything taken out of my aunt's house into the bus. I'm actually going to have my brother with me on the trip down to Texas over to Arizona, paying for him to basically all his food, paying for the gas obviously. He's never really been out of Indiana, so it'll be a fun trip. He's going to help me drive, also keep an eye on Kobuk. I'm going to be filming down in Texas for 3 days, so we're going to be leaving today, driving a little bit tomorrow, and then I'm going to be filming 3 days in Texas, and we're heading west to Arizona. And then he's getting a flight out of Phoenix. As unluck may have it, it's snowing in Texas right now. I was so stoked to get out of this weather. It's very, very cold right now. I think it got down to like 18 last night, and right now it's about 33. And I was very excited to get to 40, 50, maybe even 60 degree weather, but they're getting like a record cold snap, of course. You know, we're hitting the road. Actually, show you around here, getting everything packed up and ready to go. As you can see back here, got an extra sleeping bag. The heat is not hooked up yet. I did get the Dickinson Marine diesel heater in, but it is not installed. For a lot of you already know, my main goal here was to hang out with friends and family. It just didn't get done. Been, you know, going out to eat, playing cards. One thing you might have seen that's pretty cool. It's a new fridge. We'll be talking more about that. My brother actually helped me, and I think he's walking up right now. Excited for the trip, bud?
Oh yeah.
First time on camera?
No.
For the channel?
I think I've been on there once before.
When was that?
I don't remember when, and I don't think it was an interview or anything. It was just on scene.
Well, everybody's going to get to know you on this trip. Introduce yourself.
I'm Daniel Smith, Chris's brother, along for the ride.
Yep, so he just went to the store to get a bolt. You can see we have a lap seat belt for this. I decided not to go with the shoulder strap, just going to do the lap seat belt. He went and grabbed a bolt, well, a couple bolts, and that way we'll be able to be a little bit safer in the rig on the drive down. And I was telling him, like, if we need the seat belt for a crash in this bus, there's something that went horribly wrong. Oh yeah. So it'd be nice to have that set up. We're just getting everything unpacked, like I said, moving everything from the house. And it's tricky because I haven't spent any time in here. I don't know where things will actually end up. So it's a lot of this is just very misorganized. It's obviously not the way it's going to be. It's just throwing stuff in there. Did get a little bit of food for the trip, just some chips, condiments mixed in with the tools. Like it's a little bit of a mess right now. But once we're actually on the road, getting a little bit of an idea. What's up? Ratchet, is it missing?
Is it this drive?
Well, looks like you're using the 1/2 inch, because I don't know. Hopefully we didn't leave it in. Well, we used it for this, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I said. You said tools was in that cabinet. I didn't know if you.
Ah, there it is. I wouldn't have seen that if it wasn't for the camera. Awesome. Yeah, we put this in last night. We had to take the doors off to fit it in here. But yeah, we're gonna get to work. Hopefully we're able to leave here by noon and drive about 5, 6, 7, 8 hours today, and then wake up tomorrow, have an afternoon in Texas. But we'll talk more about that later. Right now we're gonna finish getting this set up. So for a living, Daniel drives trucks, so I'm having him do all the fluids, grease up the front end. It was making some groaning noises on the way home. The sponsor of the video, that is Lock and Lube. I haven't greased this bus since I got it. Daniel is the expert here, so I'm having him get under the bus, and getting the snow and all the fun stuff. But they're sponsoring today's video. I'm going to be having this with me on the road. Thank you, Lockaloo, for sending that over, and I will have a link in the description if anybody wants to check it out. So after that, we got the oil done, the coolant's back to where it needs to be. We got probably 95% of everything packed up and ready to go. We're about to hit the road. It's 12:20 right now. We plan on leaving in the morning. Didn't happen, but hopefully we're on the road by 1. Ready to do this?
Yes. Okay, so you have a grease fitting on the top on your bob, the top and the bottom of the kingpin here. I'm gonna make sure that's greased.
Do you do this on your own truck?
Yeah.
How often do you have to do it?
Every month.
Every month? I'm way behind.
You see how there's all grease built up around it from where it's been constantly lubed?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure you get these every month because you can wear the actual axle out. See, it's got grease popping out here now.
Yeah.
And then there's one on the bottom as well. It's actually facing this way. Which, that's handy having the gripper on there that actually grips the cert.
Do not all of them have that?
No, not all of them have that. So that is a nice feature.
Sounds like we really plugged that one, but that was not planned.
It's going in there.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. So that's good. And then while we're down here, we might as well do your chamber, the brake adjuster right here. You got a grease cert right here.
And all this grease is interchangeable, like it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as it's chassis grease, it's all good to go. So it'd be nice if we had an angle one on that, angled down.
Mm-hmm.
Because on most applications, all you have is a stud about that long, and it doesn't have all this extra stuff. It's hard to get the angle. See, it's...
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure it took a little bit. And that's all we need to... Well, let's go ahead and do your tie rod end. There we go. And with this, you can actually see it pump up the rubber right here. It'll pump that up. And it looks like that's all we got on this side.
So would you need to do this? Is this mostly front suspension, or do you do this on the rear as well?
No, just the front. The rear, all you have back there is your adjusters for the brakes.
Oh, okay.
That's all you would have to grease on the rear. And really, you should grease your drive chain, your U-joints.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a grease cert on both sides. And the yoke going in actually has a cert. This is all for the other until the other side, and the other side has actually got your steering components, which it might have a few more grease certs. So
let's check it out.
Yep, let's do it. So the leaf springs actually have a grease cert on the top and bottom. Some semis have them, some don't. I don't know about all buses or not.
Does your rig have that?
No.
So what would be the point of greasing up the leaf springs? Is that just give them more longevity? Or?
Yeah, there's a rubber bushing in there, and essentially, yeah, that's what it does. Just gives it more life.
At one of the shops I went to, they said the front driver's side leaf spring was flat. So that one might have to be getting replaced. It would be good to get it greased up for the road anyways. All right, we're going. You ready, Copes? He's ready. He's feisty. He knows something's up. Bus is running, all lubed up. Hey, get out of that chocolate. You excited for your first trip doing random travels?
Yep, down.